Okay guys, so you know I usually don't talk about spoilers on this channel. In fact, when it comes to mainstream titles like Attack on Titan, I usually try pretty hard to avoid them. But I couldn't avoid this one when I was doing a Google search to see if Chapter 105 had been released yet. I came across a spoiler for it, which basically I really could not avoid simply because of the fact that it was the top search result with the spoiler in the title for the link. So it was just sitting right there. I couldn't do anything about it. It was literally right in my face. So I figured, you know what, since it's a Reddit post, I might as well just click on it right now since I already know what the spoiler is based off the title and basically just read people's reaction to it and see how people are kind of feeling about it, kind of basically seeing what the discussion that people are posting about it is. And I want to preference right before I get into actually what the spoiler is that if you don't want to be spoiled on what happens in chapter 105 and you just want to wait until the chapter's actually out so you can have a genuine reaction to what happens in the chapter, stop watching the video now. I don't want to spoil this reaction for you. I don't want to spoil the experience for you guys when the chapter gets released. And honestly, if you do want to see what the spoiler is, keep watching the video. Okay, so if you're still here, then I assume that means that you want to hear about the spoilers. And basically, the spoilers that we got for chapter 105 are two leaked pages. The first one being that we see the Survey Corps members are being shot at by who we find out later on is Gabby in the second page. And basically, we see, I think it's Jean, I'm not exactly sure, but it seems like Jean tackling someone out of the way of being shot. And then, unfortunately, with a heavy heart, I have to say, that in the second page we find out that Sasha has been hit by one of the bullets and she's either lying on the ground dying or already dead. Now the reason why I said either dying or already dead is simply because of the fact that we've seen characters be on, basically the verge of dying only to be saved at the last minute. For example, Hanji, Erwin, and Armin. But it's kind of weird because when it comes to Hanji and Erwin, they both had situations where their injury were we thought they were dead, but their injury was something that they could survive. Hanji losing her eye and Erwin only losing one of his arms. And when it comes to Armin, the only reason why he was able to survive is because they gave him the time formula and made him the new host for the Colossal Time Power. But unfortunately for Sasha's case, she was shot in the stomach basically, so there's no way, unless they have a field medic on board the airship to do surgery for her, she will survive long enough to make it back to Paris Island to get treatment. And there's no way they'll be able to turn into a time shifter because they don't have the syringe that turns people into Titans. And even if they did, they don't have a Titan for her to turn into, simply because of the fact that Eren, the only Titan they captured was the Warhammer Titan, and Eren ate her. And when it comes to the Beast Titan and the Car Titan, they left the Beast Titan just kind of lying back there. I don't know why they did that. And when it comes to the Car Titan, she was able to escape. So there's no way for them to actually turn into a Titan shifter. So like I said, unless they have a field medic on board, she's pretty much dead. And you know what? This sucks. It really does suck because Sasha was a fan favorite character. Myself included, everyone loved that character. She was in my top 3 female characters for the series. And it's gonna suck to see her go, especially when we have characters like Connie. I'm sorry, I like Connie too, but his character is kind of useless, as where Sasha has been shown to be pretty, on point with her shots. She's a team sniper. She has way more use than pretty much any other member of the team at this point besides Mikasa. And like I said, it really does suck that we're losing our favorite potato girl. Now, while I was reading this post on the Reddit forum, basically talking about what happened in the spoilers, I saw pretty much everyone in the discussion post calling for Gabby's head. Like, a lot of hate was being thrown towards Gabby for killing off Sasha, which is understandable. People usually do end up hating a character who kills off one of their favorite characters. For example, in Naruto, when Jiraiya was cut off by Pain, a lot of people were throwing shit at Pain, which is understandable, like I said, because, when your favorite character dies and is killed off by another character, you tend to throw your hatred towards that character. But I did see one person defending Gabby in a way that honestly I didn't think of. I didn't think of this comparison myself until this person actually posted it. And it's that basically we can't throw hate at Gabby for doing basically what Eren's been doing throughout the entire series. What the Reddit poster says is that Gabby and Eren in the beginning of the series aren't really that different. And the poster's right. I mean, they're right. When you look at Gabby, she literally just watched a lot of her close friends and allies be killed off by the Paradise Island soldiers. And not to mention, who knows how many people, innocent civilians, be killed off by Eren when he transformed into his Titan form. After watching all of that, of course she wanted revenge, and she started a revenge quest by taking out Sasha. Now, when we look at Eren, in comparison to that in the beginning of the series, after watching his mom be killed off by a Titan, he instantly swore revenge by saying that he would kill off every single Titan in existence. And as the series progressed, as he found out more and more information about, exactly who the real enemy is, even though the target of his hatred kind of shifted, the fact that, his mom was killed off has still been the driving goal or the driving force behind every motivation he's had throughout the entire series and every action he's taken. And when you think about it that way, is it really justifiable for us to basically be hating on Gabby for her actions, but praising Eren for the exact same ones? Because we got to remember that this is a war that the two of them are fighting in. And while the Marlesians are clearly the villains of the series, when it comes to Eladians and the people from Paradise Island, on a moral standpoint, neither one of them are truly evil. They're both basically just two sides of the same coin fighting in the same war against each other. So we can't really blame Gabby for her actions and justify Eren for the same exact. But yeah, that's it for the video. Like I said, it sucks that Sasha's going to end up dying in chapter 105. Let me know in the comment section down below how you guys feel about the fact that we're going to be losing our favorite potato girl. And also, let me know in the comment section down below how you guys feel about the fact that Gabby was the one who shot her. And if you agree with me on the fact that, basically we can't blame her for taking the same kind of actions that Eren would have took in the beginning of the series. Let me know in the comment section down below how your thoughts and feelings are on this whole thing. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.